Welcome to your favorite channel. It's your boy PBK9s, giving it to you live on the PBC. Fair and unbiased, raw and uncut. Some will like it, some ain't. We always give it to my brothers and sisters out there today. We got some dog talk to speak about. We're going to talk about them blue dogs. We're going to talk about some news that's hit the set over here on the southeast. And we're going to talk about some of them bloodlines as well and anything else you want to get up into while we're talking about that stuff. You know, big shout out to the brother John Demery in the building. What's going on with you, John Demery? Salute and shout out to all the brothers and sisters that's going to be down in the chat. Everybody that's watching, no matter where you at across this world. Like I always say, man. Like I always say, hope everybody having a great day. Had a great day. City Boy Killers, what's going on? What's going on? You know, I see brothers asking about them blue dogs, and it's a conversation I don't mind jumping on whenever whatever. We stay jumping on that same topic over the past couple of years because you have different people that have different opinions about the blue dog, and I like to speak about the blue dog. When I'm speaking about it, I like to talk about this particular dog because we got evidence on this, we got a bloodline on this, and it's just a topic that comes up, a very controversial topic at that. Paul Johnson, what's going on with your big dog? Appreciate you dropping in tonight. Yes, sir. Um, First thing I'm going to speak about before we get into the blue dogs, first thing I'm going to talk about, Georgia just passed a law where dog fighting is going to be considered organized crime. It's passed in Georgia, so it's basically considered the RICO. It's going to be dealing with the RICO. Dog fighting, or organized crime, and the RICO, and racketeering and all that type of stuff. So it's gonna bring a whole lot more time when it comes, instead of you getting your little 1 year or something like that. We talking about you getting a RICO charge now. And I checked, I Googled this to make sure it wasn't just on Facebook or somebody was posting on Facebook, and it's a true situation. Um, Going down in Georgia. Genetics rocking. What's going on? What's going on, big dog? Yes, sir, man. So all my people that's in Georgia, not saying it's not in the other states yet, because when one state do it, the rest of the states they'll fall in play and do it as well. But Georgia already started it. Organized crime when you get caught up with your dog fighting situation, and that's just another way to get you involved with that whole little circle with dope, guns, organized crime, dog fighting, all that's in one boat. As if Georgia's saying, it's all in one boat, you know. So just be careful, brothers and sisters out there, man, when you're dealing with these dogs. Like they always say, like them old folk always used to say, it's trouble easy to get into, but it's hard to get out. Hard to get out. So I wanted to touch up on that real quick. I ain't sure how long I'm gonna be here tonight with y'all, but I'm gonna be here as long as time permits. As long as we talking about something with these dogs. Hey, I tell you what, I don't, hey, you right about that, city boy. 3 or more people getting together to do a crime, but they catch you and charge you with dog fighting, even just you by yourself at your house. I ain't talking about the actual organized crime charges before they start adding the dog fighting, but the way they lock people up for dog fighting, they lock you up with just your dogs and you. They ain't got nobody else to lock up besides you and your dogs. In Georgia, they throwing that RICO on you, racketeering. I don't know how strong it's gonna be, or if it's gonna be able to hold up. Big Vance, what's going on with your brother? What's going on with your brother? Yes, sir, man. Just dropping that news I got about Georgia, uh, classifying dog fighting as organized crime. You know. Yes, sir. Now, when we talk about them blue dogs, brothers always ask about the blue dogs, blue pit bulls. What you think? What you think? What you think? Now, what I want to do is I want to throw this pedigree up there real quick. Now, this is the pedigree for the dog that I'm going to be showing you pictures of in a few minutes. Heavy Boudreaux. Boudreaux's Ike on top and bottom. Brother, half brother and sister bred. Coming down on Boudreaux's Ike. Boudreaux's dog all the way through this whole pedigree, from the top to the bottom. Only thing you see outside of Boudreaux is you see your Clemens right here. Clemens Black Flash. Drigger's Sissy Dog. The Morgan's Iron Mike. Morgan's Brittle. But we Boudreaux all through the pedigree. And these dogs, let's look at Iron Mike and see what he's coming down off of. He's coming down off the Boudreaux dogs as well. Abernathy as well, the Bosco. That's a little bit of Rascal. But this pedigree right here is the blue dog that I'm telling y'all about. JJ's Eli Smoke. And I don't think this dog is living now. I think this is a dead dog. But I showed one picture of this dog in the past when we spoke about it. You know, and one thing I say, you know, even though I'm talking about the blue dogs, I'm not going to say they're impossible because we got proof of it right here. Now, what I will say, same thing I said last time, we get that blue color when we mix them black dogs together real tight, or this particular line of family right here that the brother made the breedings with. You get a blue dog. But my thing is, the dog looks blue, but I'm not sure if he actually has a blue genetic, the blue genetics in him. You know, to throw, because he don't throw blue dogs. He came out blue, but he threw black dogs. Now, what I will ask any brother, if you got a blue game dog, show us the pedigree and show me a litter of puppies that came out blue off the blue dog. You know, see, this dog here is not off a blue dog. And I'm going to show you the pictures of the dog right now. You know, this dog is not off of blue dogs. This dog is off of the Boudreaux pedigree that I just showed you. Now, he's throwing black dogs. All this is the same dog. Just different pictures. Same blue dog, same blue dog. Coming off of Boudreaux Ike on the top, Boudreaux Ike on the bottom. But he's not producing that color. You know. City Boy say, RA got a blue Eli dog. RA need to send me some pictures of that motherfucker and send me the pedigree so we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because this the pedigree for that dog right there. He's coming down off that. Boudreaux's Ike, top and bottom. And like I said, this is Boudreaux from the whole damn pedigree is Boudreaux. Even when you go back, let me look at this Clemens Black Flash dog. Well, he's coming off your Elliott 6-bit stuff, and then that's going back to the Boudreaux in the background. And it's got a little bit of Zebo back there. Coming that Zebo, what made the Clemens nigger Toby dog. So you got a little bit of Zebo I see back there. But for the most part, no matter which angle you look at this dog, it's a blue dog. Now it ain't one of them light silver color dogs, but he's blue. It's not the way the sun's shining on him or nothing like that, because you got multiple pictures to look at. That's a blue dog. you know. So I just wanted to show that because I seen some more brothers conversating about the blue stuff, and maybe if they wasn't, if they never seen none of my videos, we talked about the blues. A lot of people never seen game blues. You might be seeing them on online pair, but have you seen them off the Boudreux stuff? You know what I'm saying? I seen a family of blues coming down off that Bellins, I want to say Bellins stuff. Somebody showed me a pedigree, and it was some blues coming off that stuff, but I wasn't real familiar with that stuff right there. When it come to that Boudreux, we all familiar with that Boudreux, them Boudreux dogs, you know. Um, so, and like I said, this is top and bottom Boudreaux's Ike, but this dog don't produce blues. He just came out that color just because of some tight breeding that the brother did with that family of dogs. He came out that color. Yeah, hey Vance. So you know what yard I'm talking about, the Bellin yard. You know what yard I'm talking about. That's the only other I seen some blues coming off that stuff that people gave me some pedigrees for a while back when I was speaking about it. We didn't know that same topic came up, and that Bellin yard came up, and they had some blues. So you say you seen them, so it's official then. Okay, Vance say Bellin used the Sorrel dogs. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, man, we're gonna talk to RA City Boy, see can he send me the pedigree and some pictures, a picture or two of that blue one that he got. You know what I'm saying? Cause every blue that we got the Bellin, Vance verified the Bellin, Bellon. Vance verified that, you know what I'm saying? I can take his word for that. You know, I'm showing y'all this right here. The brother who sent me this pedigree and these pictures, I can take his word for these. I don't think he paper peddled or none of that type of stuff. I can take his word for it. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who we're gonna talk to RA, get his, so I can post his up here sooner or later. You know, post a picture of them and see how them blue dogs come out and are they producing blues? You know, or just so happen that yours came out blue because you bred that black family so tight, but they ain't producing no blues when you breed them back to a blue. Because when you Google and research it, in order to produce a blue colored dog, you gotta contain both male and female gotta contain that blue gene to produce blue puppies. Now, even though this dog looks blue, I don't know if he got that blue gene in him or not. You know, we have to sit down and actually talk about it. And I have to talk to the brother that had owned this dog. And, do you think this dog carried that blue gene? If I took this dog and bred him to a blue female, an actual blue dog, the silver colored dog, would they have make blue puppies? Because they feel like that blue dog them blue colored dogs is taboo. Like, like they not the legitimate stuff. Somebody done did some paper peddling. Somebody done put something blue in that dog. It ain't had to be you. It could have been somebody a little bit before you, but they put a blue dog in there, and now it's popping out. It's popping out because you breathing so tight. A lot of people believe all that type of stuff when it comes to these blue dogs. A lot of people, we done heard them already. A lot of people will go back to the old stories and stuff from Mr. William Lightner and Kobe and all them and listen to the stuff that they talking about and the words that they using. When they say stuff like seal, they'll try to say that's the blue. I always thought seal was that copper color, like that brownish, reddish, blackish color. That's what I always considered seal. You know, but some people will go back and say that people mean blue when they speak about the seal colored dogs back in the days. You even had some of them old schoolers said the word silver. I seen some of the stories where they said use the word silver, but it's just something to talk about in dog conversation, man. You know, the more and more, and like I always say, United States so big, man. We don't know all the stories about all the bulldogs that had every single dog that came out, since way back in the days. So as these platforms, year after year, as these platforms are up, we have time to get these old stories. You know, nobody, just like I talked to Buffalo Soldier. Nobody ain't knew Mr. Jim Wilson was supplying Don Mayfield with dogs. Nobody knew Mr. Jim Wilson was supplying Indian Sonny with dogs, Pat Patrick with dogs. You know what I'm saying? Because they all erased the man's name. Erased the name. So as these platforms be up year after year, we learn new things. You know what I'm saying? We learn new things. Now, I do want to show y'all that dog. Many people done seen it already. I'm gonna show you this dog I had that we were speaking about the other day when you was up here. Vance. I got him up. I got him on my ped thing. Now I can pull him up. Oh, hold up. I had him on my ped thing. I know they ain't erased it already. Let's see, can I pull this up real quick? Oh, here you go. This the dog I was telling you about, Vance, that had tearing the damn car up. You know what I'm saying? He went blind. That's why his eyes look like that. He won his fourth one. He won his fourth show blind. He went blind in the corner, but he still scratched and stopped the dog. Now I want to say something about this, right? Because I seen somebody posted up, Walking Mall's little country up there. Listen here, man. I'm the motherfucker. Y'all gotta stop that shit. Just like y'all trying to erase Mr. Jim Wilson damn name off them damn pedigrees and all that shit that he gave them dogs. Y'all got a bad habit of that shit, dog. Y'all got a bad habit. Nobody knew nothing about this damn dog. I'm the motherfucker that put this dog on social media on the old online pad. So for any of y'all motherfuckers to get up there and put Walking Mall Little Country, stop that bullshit. You ain't know nothing about this dog right here until Pelican Bay put that motherfucker up there. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta stop that shit, dog. Any picture you see with this dog, that picture in my fucking yard. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no Walking Mall yard. That's my shit. Y'all gotta stop that shit, man. Y'all got a bad fucking habit. Because y'all wanna dick ride the other motherfucker and all that other type of stuff. Don't bring that shit to Pelican Bay, dog. I'm out here with my dogs, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. This motherfucker here was crazy as hell. That bitch would bite branches, you throw a damn a soda bottle over that motherfucker, he'll bust that bitch up. He'll bite any damn thing, cause I couldn't even walk him, cause he'll bite the leash and all type of stuff like that. And I have to walk him with a chain leash. As soon as he feel the cloth material on the regular leash, that motherfucker go to damn shaking the damn leash up. You know? And I had to tell another brother, because another brother had a dog, he named him Walking Mall's Little Country, around the same time I had this one. And I had to explain, at least I try to explain, it didn't make no difference, you know, to him. But what I was trying to explain to him, he named his dog Walking Mall's Little Country, but it was bred different. They had the same daddy, but different mamas, right? But how can you call your dog Walking Mall's Little Country when you got your dog from somebody that bred their Walking Mall dogs off the yard? Like, if I breed 2 Walking Mall dogs, right? And then I sell you one, and then you name your shit Walking Mall's Little Country. How can you do that? You know, y'all motherfuckers got the game fucked up. You get your dog from a third party, and then you name him after Walking Mall's Little Country. Name him after your shit. He ain't no Walkmall dog. He's a Walkmall bred dog, but he ain't Walkmall's dog. So you might see two little countries up there, but this is the real little country. You know what I'm saying? Coming down off country and Crazy Eyes. Crazy Girl, rather. Sorry about that. Crazy Girl. Now, Crazy Girl is the same dog that Millietta them got in the pedigree. When you see Fletcher and Crazy Girl that made the Jocko dog. You know, that's in Millietta them pedigree. The same bitch right here. This bitch here is a hellified breeding bitch. Walkmall's Crazy Girl. Now, I made one breeding with this damn dog here. Ain't number one litter came off that dog there. Period. And I made that motherfucker. Had the AI breed him. Cause that bitch will grab your girl dog the moment her tail touch, and any part of that dog touch his nose, her ass is grabbed. His mouth start clamping. As soon as he know a dog coming next to him, his mouth starts shaking. Baka, 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 baka. This motherfucker ain't no joke. Ain't no damn, or if she start growling or something like, no, hell no. As soon as you bring that dog over there, she locked on. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. This motherfucker here don't play the flute, boy. Or he didn't play the flute. You know? That's why his eyes look bulged out like that, because he was blind. I used to think he could see a little bit of shadows or something like that sometimes, but that motherfucker was blind, man. You know? And like I said, I bred him one time. And ain't no offspring up here off of him, but I seen one brother had little country in the pedigree, and he bred back the Mango. Had little country like in the third generation, and he bred back the Mango. Man, listen here, man. And this is why I ask, brother. This is why I tell brothers, man. This is how you know brothers be on sideways shit. You took a Pelican Bay bred dog and bred it back to another Pelican Bay dog. Only thing is motherfuckers want to erase my name off the shit. I'm the only one that can tell you about that little country dog or the Mango of the motherfuckers. Because the person who owned Mango got him after he was 2 years old. I bred the motherfuckers. But they try to erase my damn name. You know, like I said, the same way they did Mr. Jim Wilson. And if it wasn't for Buffalo Soldier, much appreciation, Buffalo Soldier, for letting us know about Mr. Jim Wilson, Bulldogger, because we ain't got no other Bulldoggers of African American descent that we know about from the 1940s to the 1950s, no 60s, no 70s. Maybe the 70s. We ain't got nothing from no 60s, neither no 50s. You know what I'm saying? Now that Crazy Eyes dog, Vance said, you said, did he win in the 2000s? Now, I'm not sure if he won in the 2000s or not, you know, because I kind of think he was kind of old in the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? I kind of think he was old, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure, dog, but I know he was the truth and he was a hellified producer. You know, Yellow One, what's going on? What's going on? Young P9F say, when you're breeding black to black dogs, you're going to get you a gray looking or blue dog from time to time. It's not the same as the blue like the pitbulls or the XL bullies or the staffs. A young P9F, that's exactly what I say, dog. That's why you can't get blue puppies off these jokers. When you say you breed them with you make that breeding again, because they really don't got that gene in them. And I'm not talking about the bell and stuff, but I'm talking about like this Boudreux dog right here. And if anybody getting blues off their dog, let me know, because we not gonna just say it can't happen, because shit happen every day that we haven't heard of, you know. But we'll throw it up here and let brothers comment about it. Let brothers see that pedigree. And that pedigree don't lie. You know what I'm saying? We go back and check all 4 generations and go back 5 and 6 generations, 7 generations, and we'll see if we got a blue dog up in there somewhere. You know, but you see the way that brother had that Boudreux dog bred. This that crazy eyes. I mean that crazy little country breeding. Now I'm gonna say like this, right? When this dog right here, Walkamo's country was a puppy. When he was a small dog, like a year old, I had a dog off Sambo that I was gonna put into that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? His name, that one I told y'all name was Crossbow. Lay down, real stupid ass lay down dog. I ain't never did nothing with him though, as far as putting him on this dog right here, country. But they go along with each other. That dog I'm telling you about, Crossbow over Sambo, and I bred Sambo to another toe jam female. So there was a lot of yellow up in there, but there was a lot of lay down up in that joker too. And this was gonna be the one I was gonna put him on. Now when Split Ears went on Sambo, Split Ears was about 7 years old. He about 7 years old when he went on Sambo. Sambo was nothing but a year and some change. Probably about right at 2 years old when he went on Split Ears. And that's why you got to be careful, my brothers out there back in the days. You want to rush them dogs out there when they a year old, 12 months, 13, 14 months old. Ain't no rules in the game besides go by the rules. You can't tell me I can't bring one 3 years old on you. Stupid ass, stupid game dog, 3 years old, 4 years old. You know, it's going to be harder and harder the older that dog is. As far as 3, 4, 5, you know. Of course, we've heard of brothers who say they put a dog on a dog that never been touched before, on a well-seasoned dog, and he took the dog out. Things like that happen, you know. But you're making it hard on yourself when you bring a young dog out like 15 months old, and he's going against a 3.5, 4-year-old dog that ain't never been beat before and got a lot of schooling. You're making it hard. And Split Ears, like I said, he was about 6 or 7 years old when Sambo went into him. His teeth weren't sharp at all. He had small ass nubs. Looked like somebody took files and shaved his teeth down and made them square. Even though I know they didn't shave his teeth down, but it looked that way. He had little small ass little teeth squared off at the end. And Sambo only had one hole in his leg. And that was the problem. That was the whole problem we had. No blood could escape out of that one little hole. That dog was doing pressure biting. He was crushing shit up, and the blood was stuck in his leg. There wasn't nothing coming out. If he would have bled out and the blood could have leaked, then we'd have been okay. His leg wouldn't have swollen up that big. But his leg wasn't leaking, no blood. All the blood was stuck on the inside. Me and my partner had to stick a knife in it several days later and drain it out. And Sambo trying to bite his ass. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Some of them dogs, they start wanting to bite. When I fuck with them, and I have them with me so much, and I have them chilling with me so much, them dogs start getting, they'll bite for me, man. That's how Mellow Yellow got. She don't produce human aggressive dogs, but they get that bond with me and they start wanting to protect me. That's how Sambo was. That motherfucker bite the hell out of somebody, boy. But he ain't had him. He wasn't a human aggressive dog, if that makes sense to you. It's just when you're taking him out, hanging with him all the time, shit, dog's smart. I ain't gonna let nobody beat the man I feed. I mean, beat the man that feed me. You know what I'm saying? He wouldn't start growling when you come next to him or none of that. He got loose several times when I was at work and people tied him up for me. And you know, so he wasn't no human aggressive dog. He'll bite you if you fuck with me. Let me pull up that black dog, that blue dog pedigree again. To the brothers that haven't seen it yet. That's that blue dog pedigree right there. Strictly Boudreux. And I also said to the brothers that's just getting up in the building, Georgia has passed a law to where dog fighting is considered organized crime now. They're gonna be putting it with the RICO, you know. So just be careful out there, man. Be careful out there, because that's a little more serious than when you talk about animal cruelty and stuff like that. A little more serious. Now, this is something I want to speak about as well. I seen a brother ask this question here on Facebook. He said, Mayday versus Jeep. I tell y'all brothers, man, y'all giving Mayday too much damn props. Mayday versus Jeep, who the better dog? But that's anybody's opinion though. You know what I'm saying? That's anybody's opinion. But Mayday versus Jeep, who's the better dog and which one would you rather have? Now, me, myself, personally, I'm going to say Jeep. I'd rather have a Jeep dog all day and day over a Mayday dog. Even though Jeep record wasn't as good as Mayday's record, I would rather have the Jeep dog himself, and I would rather have a dog directly off Jeep than a dog directly off Mayday. You know, and I don't care which way you breed it. You can go Jeep Eli, Jeep damn Red Boy, Jeep Jocko, Jeep Bolio, Jeep Rascal. I don't care which way you take it. I'd rather have a Jeep dog before I take a Mayday dog. Not taking nothing from Mayday, because you know you gotta be he had to be a good dog for us to be speaking about him. But at the same time, the reason we speak about him so much and the reason everybody think he was so good is because Victor bred the bitch nuts off. You know, Jeep wasn't bred a quarter of the times that Mayday was bred. But Mayday just made the rum list in this modern day time. He wasn't even on the rum list from back in the days. Unless he was down in the 10, around 10 or 15, somewhere around that area. He wasn't in the top 5. You know, you talking about dogs that only been bred 30, 40, 50 times. But they produce a lot of damn champions, a lot of grand champions, a lot of great dogs. You know, I'll take Jeep over Mayday, and this is what I will say about that situation there. In my opinion, Mayday, he's not a better dog than his daddy was when it comes to breeding. His record, they're both grand champions, you know. But when it comes to breeding, you take Yellow and you take Mayday and you put them side by side, Mayday can't hold a candlestick to grand champion Yellow when it comes to breeding. Mayday produce great dogs, but grand champion Yellow produce better dogs, in my opinion. That's just my opinion now. Just my opinion. If David Tant would have bred Yellow as much as Victor bred Mayday, man, everybody would have had some shit with damn Yellow in it across the country. You know? These dogs weren't bred that much. You talking about dogs with 3 or 4 pages of breedings, 10 pages, 5 pages. Mayday got them 20-some pages. You know? You might want to compare Mayday to Barracuda. Mayday and Luke Kane. You can't really say Luke Kane because he wasn't bred as much as Mayday. Barracuda in a whole bunch of pedigrees. Now, if you want to say who got the better, who would you rather have between Grand Champion Yellow or Jeep as the dog themselves? Which dog would you rather have? If you had to start your yard over, would you rather have Jeep or would you rather have Grand Champion Yellow? You know, that's a more debatable topic, in my opinion. That's more debatable than Mayday. I just don't think Mayday hold a candlestick to Jeep. Jeep was an awesome, phenomenal breeder, man. A blind man could see that shit. You know, you take a dog and you get, if you take a dog and you got Jeep in that whole pedigree from the top to the bottom, and you take a dog and you put Mayday in that pedigree from the top to the bottom, you gonna have two different kind of damn dogs. And I ain't talking about two different kind of looking dogs. I'm talking about two different kind of box dogs, you know. And you know what? It comes back down to this right here as well. Can we even say Mayday was a better performer than Jeep when he went catch weight? Jeep was a smaller dog. I'm quite sure all Jeep matches that he was contracted in that he went in on a certain weight. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have more confidence in the dog that you got that you had to take in at a certain weight, as far as you can say, oh, he was a hellified dog. If you know that you went into dogs and you was and probably all the dogs you went into was smaller, your confidence might be a little iffy. You know what I'm saying? Dogs like Big John, 70 pound dogs, Mayday, 60, 70 pound dogs. You ain't gonna bump into that every day. That's like you bumping into a 20 pound pit bull, 25 pound pit bull. You ain't gonna bump into that all the time. You know, so you got a hellified pit bull and he ain't up with 25 pounds. It's gonna be hard for you to find shows and shit like that back in the days. Not saying you wouldn't, but you ain't gonna bump into them like you're gonna bump into your 30s and your 40s. You know, you'll bump into your 30s and 40s all the time. I meant to post that link down in the chat for anybody that wanted to come up. I'll take Jeep over Red Boy. Me myself, I would. If I had to pick one between Jeep and pick one between Jeep and Red Boy, I'm gonna take Jeep over both of them. Red, I don't know if I. Let me see. I had to think about Jeep and Yellow. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had to think about that. Bolio, Bolio. Um, I believe I'm gonna take Jeep over Bolio as well. And I'm damn sure gonna take him over Eli. Red Boy, the Red Boy dog himself, will be in my top. He'll be in my top three, probably most likely. Red Boy be in my top three because just to the fact that we still trying to grab them genes from Red Boy back in the days. We still trying to pure Red Boy this and Bailey's Bingo this, and we still trying to grab them genes. So Red Boy probably be in my at least in my top five for sure. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about Red Boy himself. Grand Champion Yellow, Jeep. Now I might take Yellow John before I take Red Boy. Just because of how he bred, he's pure Red Boy dog. So if I take him, you know, I might take Yellow John. And like I said, anybody who's watching this pedigree that we looking at, that's for this dog right here. All these are same dogs, just different angles. Mm. Archie Fuller, what's going on? What's going on? I want to send a big shout out to Boss Man Gold, man. Hey, Boss Man Gold, I hope you ain't mad or nothing, dog. You know what I'm saying? You know it's just bulldog talk out there, man. It ain't up bulldog talk. You know what I'm saying? It's just bulldog talk, bro. Shit. Just bulldog talk. Salute the Boss Man Gold wherever he at, though. You know, a lot of brothers be at work, man, and catching me on the rebound sometime. Okay, let me see. Can I pull this dog here up? All right, this mellow yellow granddaddy brother right here, as a puppy. This is that dog I had named Libya. This is Libya brother as well. Fletcher and Crazy Girl. Same mama as that little country dog I just showed y'all. That's as a puppy, and this is as a grown dog. After he grew up, I got another picture of him up here. Name him Favre after Brent Favre. That's the same dog as a grown dog though, and that's mellow yellow granddaddy brother. Same breeding. Matter of fact, that's Jocko. That's Jocko little mate right there. That's Jocko little mate. Not Chavis Jocko for anybody that's listening, but Walkamo's Jocko. That's his little mate. Because Libya was older than Jocko. Libya was off the first breeding. This dog here came off the second breeding. Same breeding though. Now this dog right here, Fletcher, I lost to this dog. I lost to this dog with a I want to say it was a wild side dog I had, but it wasn't mine. I was working him for somebody, and I worked him and I handled him, and I got my ass whipped, but I ain't got beat bad, but I got beat, you know. So I know this dog here is at least a one-timer, and the stuff that I'm talking about is back in the days in the 90s. We ain't talking about nothing modern day. We don't condone anything illegal when it comes to these dogs. I always tell any brother, you better make sure you know what you're doing out there these days. This ain't back in the days. You know what I'm saying? Your ass will be up on this news. But yeah, I went into this joker here. Flashlight got in his eyes. You can see how it look whitish color. That's because the light flashed from the camera. Now I got rid of him. He wasn't nothing like his sister. Right now he probably about, in this picture right here, he like a year and something. But he was like a flashlight. He wasn't totally turned on yet. And what I did, I took him out for a match, and he was like a light switch. He kicked some ass on the yard, and then I took him out in that square, put him in that box, and he acted like he didn't want to do shit. He ain't even come across the first time. Dog came across and put something on his ass. I got rid of him after that. Archie Fuller says Sonny was a cool dude. Hey, he's still a cool dude, man. He just let a flunky. When I say flunky, like Vance is talking about, when he just let a flunky come out here and fuck his damn dogs up, fuck the damn name up, try to take his damn name, and he don't know shit about what's going on. He had a couple Walkmore dogs, yeah, but he ain't had no runs with the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? He Only way he know about them yellow dogs is through Sonny. And like I say, Sonny a cool motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go to war with somebody back to back and you're fighting, Sonny will go back to back with you and he gonna fight. He ain't gonna run. He ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say that about the man. I just didn't agree with what they had going on this last little bit of shit when they tried to lie to me about them damn dogs from the dog pound. They got taken by the police. I just didn't like that part. I didn't feel like you had to lie. You know, you could have came straight out here and started your dogs up on whatever dogs you wanted to buy. You could have had the Walk 'em on name. You could have had whatever dogs you want to buy back from everybody across the country. You got some brothers that gonna give you a dog back. Oh, you trying to start your yard back up here? Take this. Some of the brothers is gonna do it like that. But you ain't had to lie to me and tell me, oh, he got 17 dogs. When I know, like, fuck, he ain't got no damn 17 dogs. He got 17 dogs, but he ain't bred none of them son of a bitches yet. And he done had damn Mango them going on 2 years now. Because they'll be 4 years old. That motherfucker, the fake Walkmore probably don't even know Mango them real age. They'll be 4 years old this year right here. He got them when they was right after 2 years old, you know. And they'll be 4 years old in August. You know, and he ain't bred them 17 dogs he got from the dog pound yet. Not one damn time. You know, they ain't had to lie to me like that. So when you lie to me like that, that show me you saying fuck me. You trying to make a dollar, or you trying to make shit look a certain kind of way. So I'm like, hey, it is survival of the fittest out here. Every man for himself. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. Every man for himself. But Sonny himself, Sonny a good dude, man. I can't say nothing bad about him, man. Sonny a good fella, good man. His old man a good man. I'll say this, and I'll stick up for the boys when I say this. People used to always say, Sonny will shit you and the old man wouldn't. Man, listen here, man. Neither one of them boys, in my opinion, gonna shit you. You know, I done seen Sonny wouldn't sell dogs because they wasn't the quality of the dogs that he liked. Now, he could have easily sold them, but they went to his quality. He said he got to wait before he sell them because he don't want to send somebody out there with some dogs and then they give him a bad name with the dogs, you know? But when he gave that flunky, the dog, let him use the name, and he trying to come out here and railroad, oh man, we can make some money now. That's exactly what he told me. We can make some money now. I've been making money. I didn't need Walk 'em on name to make no money. You know what I'm saying? And then I talked to Sonny, and then Sonny told me he got 17 dogs back from the dog pound. Now, like I said, when he gonna start breeding them motherfuckers, and when he gonna breed that Big John shit? Because if you got the Big John sperm, you could easily start your yard back over from ground zero. You don't need none of our dogs. If you got 17 dogs from the dog pound, why is you calling my homeboy down there in Florida with the damn with Red Storm and Quick Dog trying to buy him? Why you calling my other homeboy? Why you calling my other homeboy from over here trying to get? Because you ain't got none of the dogs. It was never no reason to lie, man. Never. James Nelson, what's going on, brother? You know, so when the fake Walk 'em out come out here with the line, I'm like, yo, y'all can have that shit. You know, you don't know what's going on out here. Y'all can have that, do that. I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? I did enough bulldogging in my day, Archie, that I don't got to rely on another brother because he do got a big name. I don't got to rely on that shit. You know what I'm saying? I do my thing. Same way I've been doing my thing back in the days. You know, when the fake Walk 'em out, I knew that motherfucker was when I had Sambo. They bought a big ass black dog for my shit. Man, that motherfucker stopped scratching. That motherfucker was sorry as hell. He was just a big ass damn dog. I was connected to them yellow dogs before I even start buying dogs from Sonny them. Even though I bought my first one from them in the 90s. But that wasn't my only route to yellow, you know? But that was his only route to yellow. You know what I'm saying? He only way he dealt with yellow dogs is through Sonny them. So I understand why he feel the way he feel. But at the end of the day, this ain't, that's why I tell brothers, you gotta be careful, man. These folk out here shit you. If I wouldn't have told none of y'all boys that shit, Cool Beans, if I wouldn't have told nobody that shit, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker been shitting the hell out y'all, man. Oh, Big John this, or Big John that, and this and that, and oh, this and this shit coming down off of damn them dogs I bred. Fletcher them brothers and sisters. or the dogs they get from y'all brothers across the country. You know what I'm saying? Dog Dick and the rest of y'all. Whoever let them get a dog and made breeders, they would have switched the pedigree up and said they coming off Big John. Nah, man. Fuck that shit. That shit might come back to me and I might get one of the dogs from these brothers and they got a Big John damn pedigree on it, man. And it's coming off the shit I bred already. It ain't coming off no damn Big John. Yeah, it's coming off Big John way in the pedigree, but I'm talking about directly off of it, man. Fuck that shit. You can't lie forever, man. You got to keep it real with these dogs out here, man. It's bad enough people already say you can't trust no dog, man, because everybody full of shit. I seen one person made that comment on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Vance says our fault, cool beans. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Like I told Boss Man Gold, man. Salute to both of y'all brothers for coming up here the other night, man. But I didn't want to get involved with it because I know Vance had a hellified resume behind him, boy. I already knew that shit, and I didn't want to get involved with it. I just wanted to see how it's gonna unfold. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, Archie. You really gotta be careful when it comes to these dogs, man. You guys to be careful on both ends. On the end from getting in trouble, and the end from somebody taking your money. You know what I'm saying? Cause they'll do it on both ends, dog. Motherfucker will shit you. And right now, shit. Like I said, I'm from the same city where these walkabout dogs come from. That other motherfucker, he don't stay over here by us. He about an hour, 2 hours away. He don't know what the hell going on. He done told one of my homeboys he got the dogs back 2 years later from the dog pound. Told one of my other homeboys he got the dogs back the same week from the dog pound. Still ain't made a breeder yet. Told me Buddy ain't making no more puppies. He went sterile when you got him back. Sonny was breeding the hell out of Buddy before the people took the damn dogs. All of a damn sudden, when you get him back from the dog pound, he's sterile now. Oh, he's sterile. John Stone would have been what y'all dogs would have been off of. Instead of being off Big John, they would have been off John Stone because he's a brown black mass dog. Oh, they off Big John. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a damn if he bring out some Big John dogs 5 years from now. If I look in that pedigree and they coming off some modern day shit, I'm on their ass. Even if I ain't on social media, whoever owns social media, I'ma pass it to them. I'ma come on their live. I could be totally gone from social media. If I see them pedigrees of them Big John dogs, I'ma make a guest appearance on somebody's damn show. You know what I'm saying? I'm back, bitch. Them motherfuckers there some bootleg. You know, bootleg. Same way about them David Tant dogs. You know what I'm saying? When you know they ain't creating them no more, them shit's bootleg. You know what I'm saying? They bootleg. It just is. And David Tant, it ain't hard for him. But these brothers, they want to get mad when I talk about David Tant, so I'm going to leave that alone tonight. They want to get mad. But I got a homeboy now. I got a homeboy that made it look a little bit brighter for some of y'all boys that got them bobtail dogs from David Tant. My homeboy made a breed, and I know he ain't got no bullshit in that motherfucker. He bred it tight. He bred some tight stuff together. And one of his puppies came out with a bobtail. Now, that made it look a little bit better for y'all brothers with them bobtail dogs from David Tant. Maybe he was breeding something tight. And they came out with some bobtails on it. You know what I'm saying? It made it a little bit better for you. Now, hey, Cool Beans, no man, I ain't gonna do Boss Man Gold like that. I ain't gonna call him a flunky yet. I'm just gonna say he had to find out the hard way, man. That's all it is. Boss Man Gold still my nigga. You know what I'm saying? He had to find out the hard way, man. And the thing about it, he just probably didn't want to succeed. He didn't want to take that loss. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't want to take that loss. You know, when it came to credentials wise and what the boys was talking about. and saying he was wrong because he was saying that Vance wasn't damn this and Vance wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? And Vance showed him. Vance, came up there to the occasion. He just didn't want to take that L. But Boss Man he's still my boy, man. I ain't gonna call him no flunky or nothing like that yet. None of that type of shit, Cause he came up here, he talked his word, he talked his talk, you know. Oh yeah, now the talk didn't add up to the credentials, but a mistake can happen to anybody, man. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. A mistake can happen to anybody. He could have been thinking, he just didn't know who Vance was. And he had to get showed. That shit can happen in the streets. You don't know who a person is, and you go to talking shit and thinking, oh, because you got more money than this person, or because this person may be a smoker, maybe a fiend. Not talking about you, Vance. I'm just talking about in general in the streets. Oh, he a smoker, he a fiend, and you don't know who that man is, and you go to talking shit, and that man, now you laid out on your back. You know what I'm saying? Had to get showed the hard way. But then them same two people be best of friends. Boss Man Gold and Vance might be best of friends a couple months down the line. You know what I'm saying? He just had to get showed, man. Vance had to tell me, but like I said, it didn't take me long enough. It didn't take me long as it took Boss Man. You know what I'm saying? I caught on real quick. And shit, I got Vance damn dogs in my book. Ain't no way I could do a book without putting them down. Ain't no way I could do a book with pitbulls without putting some of them dogs up in there. And Vance, if I would have really been politicking with you, I would have put more of them dogs up in the book. You know what I'm saying? Before I would put that book out, I would put more of them up in there. But I have some of them in my new one when I drop that one. That was taking me a little longer because I ain't staying on it every day like that, And it's gonna be it's more stuff that I'm putting in it. And just like the brother say, Boss Man said this when he came up, man. We learn something new every day. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm 47 and I learn new stuff every day. The blue dogs that I showed you, them was the first time I seen the blue dogs coming off the Boudreux stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I was like 46 when I seen that. So we learn new stuff all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? All the time. And the thing is, you can't be thinking you know everything. Cause when you get like that, and you gotta be like a sponge, you gotta be willing to absorb this shit. You know what I'm saying? And take it in. Fuck it. I made a mistake. But I ain't gonna keep riding on the mistake. You know what I'm saying? I learned, and it was what it was. I know now. I know better now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, and this the thing about that when Vance and Boss Man Gold. Man, Vance wouldn't just do that to Boss Man Gold. He'll do that to some of y'all favorite damn dog men as well, with them dogs that he was calling out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to be ashamed about, Boss Man Gold. Shit. He'll do the same damn thing to a lot of them other motherfuckers out there when you start talking about putting champion for champion and grand champion for grand champion. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, John Demery, man. We never stop learning. As long as you never stop learning, man, shit, you gonna be good. I feel like, And I gotta say this as well to my brother Boss Man. Boss Man, we don't never talk about modern day stuff when it comes to the dog. Everything we talk about is from back in the days, you know what I'm saying, when this shit was a misdemeanor or blue tickets in some places, you know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to get nobody in no trouble. We ain't talking about nothing for no modern day stuff. You know what I'm saying? Everything not from the 90s, early 2001, 2000, something like that. But we at 26 now, so we at least 25 years in when we talk about our conversations and stuff. We ain't gonna put nobody in the limelight like that to talk about nothing from no damn modern day stuff. Here with that article as well. I wanted to show y'all again about the Georgia cracking down on the organized crime. calling it racketeering now, and dog fighting is organized crime. I won't be surprised if South Carolina do it soon. I'm telling you. I won't be surprised if they do it soon. Hey, I tell you what, hey, Vance, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take some props into my damn self right now, because if you would have gave me one of them dogs off 357 back in the days, in my heydays, dog, I guarantee I'd have turned that son of a bitch into a champion or grand champion. I guarantee you that shit. I know the dog would have been at least average or better, man. I wanted one of them dogs so bad. Shit, I'm the kind of damn dog, man, you would have loved to get one of them motherfuckers in my hands back in them days, boy. I'd have been talking about him right now. Champion so and so and so. He off that 357, dog. I guarantee you, buddy. I ain't knew nothing about no dog training, but I knew how to do all that other stuff. Yes, sir, man. Union County in the building. Salute to you, Union County. Appreciate you dropping in tonight, my brother. Like I said, we was talking about them blue dogs. There's a Boudreux, heavy bred Boudreux dog. All these dogs the same dog, just different angles. Heavy bred Boudreux, top and bottom, coming down off that Boudreaux's Ike. And I just wanted to talk about this dog tonight because I seen the brothers posting the dog on making a post on Facebook about the blue dogs, and do they think they game or whatever, or blah blah blah, you know. So I had to talk about that tonight, man. As well as the same brother, I want to say the same brother said, would you rather have Jeep or Mayday? Or dogs off of Jeep or Mayday is what he said. Oh, that's my pedigree right there. Let me put the Boudreaux's pedigree back up there. That's the Blue Dog's pedigree. Or the Blue Dog, rather. Now let me see if I can find that bell and stuff real quick. Let me see if I can find any of their Blue Dogs. Let me see if any of these dogs will pop up blue. I'm just gonna click on a couple of them and see if any of them pop up blue. Ain't got no pictures of that one. No picture, no picture. They got an unknown pedigree on this one. I'm trying to find one of their dogs that's a blue color from that Bell and Club stuff. No pictures popping up so far. Yeah, ain't no pictures popping up. Here go one I had right here, Nitro 2. He was off P Nitty stuff. But a Nitro dog, which was mine, I sold to P Nitty. But P Nitty made the breeding. That was one of my dogs, Nitro 2. Now I seen salute the Big Scratch TV. Salute the Big Scratch. I seen a video that he put out. he was talking about a bunch of P dogs. Now, the dogs that you was talking about, Big Scratch, I remember when they was puppies. I remember when he first got them dogs, and I'm gonna show them to you right here on this pedigree. One of them name is Splitter Ear. This dog right here, Splitter Ear. I remember when she was a puppy. She was all split ears and walking all socks. I remember he got like 4 of them and started his yard with them. And he ran from that. He bred them 4 dogs and had them up until they took his dogs not too long ago. One of them was this dog right here, Splitter Ears. They don't got no picture of her. All right. Now, the other one he had was Johnny Red. Now, this dog right here kicked down. This dog here he kicked down DJ Dynamite, the fake Walkmore dog ass. He had an old fake ass, well, it wasn't a fake dog. He had a dog off of that humdinger stuff. This dog kicked this dog ass way back in the days. I remember that dog there was a nice dog. Left eye. No, that's White Sox. White Sox is a hellified looking dog. But that wasn't one of the first dogs he got. That was one of the dogs off of Johnny Red. These 2 dogs that he bred right here was 2 of the first dogs that he started their yard with. Johnny Red and Splitter Ear. The other one name was let me see if I can find it right here. That's 2 of them. Other one name was Mater or something like that. I don't see her up there. But I had a dog off this dog right here as well. This dog Bud. My partner had one named Little Bud off of him. I didn't have him, my partner had him. His name was Little Bud. He was off Bud and Consuela. The Consuela dog. Matter of fact, they go right there. Now he a one-time winner. They got him down as a one-time winner. He off Bud and the Consuela dog. Yep. That one time that he won was against me with that damn I went into him with a damn dog off a champion of Garner's Hickory Tea. Straight off Hickory Tea. And it went about 45 minutes. And the Hickory Tea dog stopped scratching after about 40-some minutes. That dog there was coming out the damn corner like a bat out of hell. The old man said, this is what the old man words was. I don't like that bolio in this dog. That's what his words was in the square. I don't like that bolio in the dog. And we bought this dog right here in the box after he kicked our dog ass. Bought this motherfucker, Little Bud. And this stuff is back in the days, way back in the days. I wasn't even 30 yet. And I'm about to turn 50. Bought him, this bitch was scratching like a bullet, boy. He was probably about 39, 40 pounds. Scratching like a bullet. He got sick after a show. I don't know if the dog got him sick or what, because he didn't hurt the dog. He didn't hurt Little Bud, but he got sick after we put him on something and he ended up dying. Oh, they got him down as a 2-time winner. So that was his second time, I guess, against no, that was Little Bud we had. Little Bud, not Big Bud. Big Bud was a 2-timer. I think this dog he got stolen, if I ain't mistaken. Big Bud, I think he got stole. No, Archie, I don't remember them right offhand. You know, not right offhand, I don't, man. Sometimes there be a lot of brothers that I don't remember strict their kennel name, and they have to remind me of the dog that they had. Oh, remember we had this dog right here? And I'd be like, yeah, because I be met him before or something. You know what I'm saying? Um, so sometimes I have to get reminded by the dogs and stuff like that. Now James Nelson said, how do we like the newish pet site? I like it okay, you know, but like I said, uh, be careful when y'all, when y'all putting y'all stuff up there. Don't be talking all kind of illegal stuff because we don't know who these websites are ran by. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, it's funny that they are linked to Telegram and WhatsApp. You know, you got to be careful when anything dealing with Telegram and WhatsApp. You know, for one, we're not doing nothing illegal anyway. So you don't need to be talking about, you don't need to be putting no up-to-date wins and none of this type of stuff about this, about that. You just got to be careful, man. I like the site itself, though, James. I like the site. I like the information that they talk about as far as the pedigree breakdowns and the stats and different things like that. So, it's a whole lot more information up there compared to online peds. It reminds me a little bit of the Pitbull Bible that used to be out. It might be still out. The Pitbull Bible database. It got a lot of stuff like that used to have on it. I know one time that was ran by California Jack. So this dog here off of Bud and Coco. Coco was coming down off that Mountain Man sales stuff. Sales, I want to say Melly of them got this way in their background. I want to say they do. Let me check real quick. The MK's Coco or either they got something that got that Mountain Man stuff in it way in the back. Let me check real quick. It's one of these dogs. Go to the 5 generation. Shakur, Little John, Cyclone, Split Is. I might be mistaken. I I thought we looked that up one time. It's one of them dogs. I guess not. Is it the Batman dog? Nope. It's all Red Boy Jocko. It's one of them dogs that had that Mountain Man in it that I showed up here one time before. It ain't this one though. Crazy Eye, Shakur, all them Red Boy Jocko, Country, Dixie. I think it's Dixie. Nope, it ain't Dixie. It ain't Dixie. Triple Bread. Nope, it ain't Triple Bread. G.I. Jane. Burn Stumpy. It ain't that one. It ain't Mellow Yellow them. It must be another dog that I pulled up that had it in it. Cause I'm looking and I don't see which dog it was in. Pull up Saber 2000. Cyclone. Now the red Dallas stuff, that's Saber 2000. She got the red Dallas way in the background. Let's see what Miss Cyclone. And that's coming down off the termite stuff. Yeah, I don't see that other stuff that I was looking for, that Mountain Man stuff. Now this dog here, Tornado, that ain't no real good picture of her right there. That ain't a good picture of her. I was gonna say she looked like Mellow Yellow them, but that bitch had a big ass head, boy. That ain't no good picture right there. It's an alright picture, but it ain't the best one to really show you how she look. This the dog that was pregnant when the police took my dogs. This the one that I bred and had puppies in the dog pound right here. She was off that lightning dog that I told y'all about. Strictly walk 'em off stuff. And she had that stuff there and then the bottom side right there that I showed y'all the other day. This the last Big John dog that I had directly off Big John. This was in about, it say posted in 2010. This the last one I had directly off Big John. She off Big John and Shakur. That's in my backyard when I had that Gracie dog, Snake Eyes, Nitro, um, Nitro. When I had that dog that I told y'all I got from Gaskin that I shot him with an 8-way and killed him because I ain't mixed the shot. I had that dog. Uh, when I had Miss Jocko that I showed y'all on my pedigree, I had Miss Jocko. I had all these dogs at the same time. I was going to barber school when I had this dog here. Same time I had that dog there, Miss Yellow. All of them. I had a pond in my backyard then. I stayed in the country area. Now let me look up this right here, Crossroads Pee Wee. This what the Mayday stuff was that we was getting it off of, coming down off Mayday and Angel Hollingsworth Angel Face, which was a daughter of Hollingsworth Bull. Now Crossroads had a male and a female off this. sister name I want to say was Nene. That's a good looking damn dog right here. He looked about like Pee Wee. Pee Wee had a big ass head. And he wasn't doing nothing but bite the tire. Every time you go in the backyard, all he do is bite that damn tire. And Crossroad was a matching motherfucker. But he wouldn't match Pee Wee because he was coming directly off Mayday. He knew he'd go in, he knew he'd do something, but he wasn't taking him out there and matching him with his other dogs like he was doing. He was strictly a stud dog. Pee Wee was. Could have bought Pee Wee when Crossroad got out the game for about 5,000. Probably could have got him a little bit cheaper. He was selling all them old dogs for 5,000. Pee Wee, Champion Fatty. I probably had about 10 dogs off Pee Wee altogether. No, I ain't got none of these old stuff here. Not off Pee Wee. These dogs here was like I said, these are the '90s dogs, and he got out the game. It was 2000 and like 2004, somewhere around that area. See, when Crossroad, and I don't tell this story often, because I don't got no grudge against Crossroad. We done straightened it, we done ironed it out, you know. And I always say, you know, when he got in trouble for selling weed, selling that hydroponics in his yard. He was growing weed and whatever. His yard man had owed him some money. You know, his yard man didn't pay him the money that he owed him. So the yard man had dogs on the yard as well. He used to take care of all the dogs. So one day he got mad and pissed off at the yard man. He went out there and shot the yard man dogs on the yard. The yard man got pissed off and tipped off them folk that Eric was growing weed. They landed a helicopter in his backyard and locked him up for growing marijuana and had a bunch, about 20 or 30 guns. But the guns was legal, so he didn't get in no trouble about the guns because the guns was legal. And he wasn't no felon or nothing like that. But he got in trouble about the weed. All right. Now, he gave me up. He didn't give me up. He socked me up. I had a distribution of marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Now, when it was time for me to go to court, I got off with probation. I didn't have to. I'm gonna say it like this: they threw my weed charge out, and I pled guilty to a resisting arrest, and I had a simple possession of marijuana. When they chased me, when they came with the warrants, they had to chase me, and I got away. But they did catch me. They found my weed. I threw my weed. They found it, and they gave me resisting arrest. So I got fucking damn 4 years probation for that. You know what I'm saying? Damn, the reason I got probation and it wasn't for the distribution of marijuana, because he signed me up with 2 distributions of an ounce apiece both times. But the reason I didn't get in trouble about that, because the officer that signed me up, he was in Iraq at the war during that time. And my lawyer said, let's go ahead and go to trial because he can't come to trial or whatever. So we're going to take a plea for the little simple possession of marijuana and the resisting arrest. So that's what I did, you know what I'm saying? And the distribution, shit, it just got thrown out because the officer was at Fallujah at the time. And you know, it's sad to say that he lost his life over there as well. In the ambush, they had ambushed the roadblock. He was working with Blackwater, the Blackwater team, and them folk over there. You know, if you in the military, you know about the Blackwater. But he was working with them, man, and shit, they got ambushed and he ain't make it back home. But that's how I got off my distribution, not by him getting ambushed, because he was still living when I went to court, but he just was in Iraq and he couldn't come home. But like I said, I talked to Eric, and all that shit is water under the bridge, you know what I'm saying? I talked to him probably I was at work, I want to say about 2000, maybe 2020. I called him. I got his phone number off Google. I Googled the motherfucker name because I knew his name. And they had a bunch of phone numbers up there. And I seen it. And I called him. And I ain't going to tell you where he stay at now or where he was staying at. But like I always tell you, he said he ain't want to talk about no dogs. He out of the dog game. You know what I'm saying? He said he going to sell the world fishing. He fishing. He was into fishing and all that type of shit. And say he was moving out the country or whatever. We had a nice long talk, man. I couldn't get him to damn talk about no dogs though. And if I asked him about talking about dogs, I don't think I had my channel yet. I think I maybe was doing a few videos, but I didn't have my channel yet. But yeah, he didn't want to do no talking. And after Eric got busted, the man who owned Toe Jam, Mike Caton, he had a heart attack, and he ended up dying. You know, I want to say Toe Jam died before he died, but yeah, he ended up dying. So that's how Crossroad ended. You know, he ended on a bad note, far as he got in trouble or whatever, and he just went to selling his dogs. And he had lady problems at the time. He was having a lady situation with his baby mama, and you know how that shit go. You know how that shit go. So he was selling all of them. Man, that WCC Jaguar dog, Union County, boy, that dog was the motherfucker. She ain't look worth it. She didn't. She had a funny ass look, like she was deformed or looks kind of, but that bitch was a hellified producer, boy. When I tell you producer, because we was gonna get damn Jaguar daughter that was Sambo mama named Sadie, but he ended up selling to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy ended up getting Sambo little mate's sister instead of getting the mama. He got the little mate's sister, which now that I look back on it, was a bad move. The sister, she was alright, but she wasn't schooled out the way Bo was. And she had how we put it, you know how like LeBron's son coming to the NBA, he got a lot of weight on his shoulders. We got that sister, Sambo's sister, after Sambo had done kicked so much ass, so she had a lot of weight on her shoulders that she couldn't hold up. And we didn't roll her like that because we bumped her a couple times, but she was all right. But we was trying to breed her and get something off of her. Yeah, that Jaguar dog was inbred like a motherfucker, boy. Lock and load, yep, lock and load. I had some dogs off lock and load. John Denver asked about lock and load. I had some dogs off lock and load. Um, it was pretty good. Let me pull up that pedigree real quick. I remember lock and load. Yep, yep, yep. Like I told you, when Crossroad when he took Fatty to go against Barracuda, he left the yard. He wanted me and my folk to watch the yard, to make sure nobody don't take nothing or whatever. And that's why I always remember certain things in the dog game dealing with Eric. You know what I'm saying? I remember when Mayday made Dog of the Year '96. I remember that because that's when Fatty then was born, '96. I remember when took Fatty to fight Barracuda, came back as lost that one. I remember when he took Fatty little mate brother Crunch. I always want to say he went against 600, but I'm not 100% sure. And he lost that one. He gave that dog to my homeboy. He gave it my homeboy Crunch, but Crunch died on the way home. Man, I got caught with a burner that I got from Crossroad. Man, I bought a burner. I got caught with that motherfucker going to the club. It wasn't stolen or nothing, so I ain't getting no trouble. I got When they sent me the PTI for it. First, I got sent the PTI, which is a pretrial intervention where they take it off your record. And I got kicked out of that because I was smoking weed. And I went back to court and I ended up paying $500 and I signed the gun over to the state. That's all that happened with it. But yeah, man, Crossroad had that law before all this law was out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was hydro and con bud. That's all it really was. And maybe some purple haze or something like that. It wasn't all these crazy ass names back then. He was growing that shit. And man, he'll call us up. Man, here, come get this. You know, come and get you about $60, $70 worth. Whole little paper bag full. Little paper bag full of that motherfucker. Still on the stick. And some of it still be wet. Let it dry out. Gotta let it dry out and all that shit. You know? And that's the same shit that his yard man told on him about. Lock and load. I remember lock and load. I remember he had one named Stoley. That was throwing some good dogs off. When I told Eric about Split Ears had kicked Sambo ass, he was acting like he ain't never heard about Split Ears before. I ain't gonna lie to you. He wasn't real. At that time, he was setting me up. You know what I'm saying? He was setting me up with the distribution. And I didn't know how to pay attention. I didn't pay attention. And I should have paid attention to what he was doing because he used to always be like, I don't want no weed with no trash in it. None of that type of shit, right? But at this time, he was taking anything I brought him. You know, I should have paid attention to all that shit or whatever. But it was what it was. I gave it to him or whatever. And he even tried to get me for crack too. Till he got somebody working on the damn roof that he wanna pay him with the crack, an 8-ball. I didn't sell him no hard though. I only sold him weed. And he damn if he ain't got me. My man that I told y'all was in Iraq at the war. Before he got sent to the war, I was riding a moped on the block. And that motherfucker cut my damn moped off with the car and jumped out on my ass. And that boy talk about dirty. Man, I had a pistol on me. I had crack in my pocket. And I had weed on me. You know what I'm saying? Shit, boy, I panicked, boy. You know how you get in that panic mode and it just seems like everything just go black? Man, I panicked. He grabbed me by my shirt. I pulled up out that motherfucker. And when I pulled up out that bitch, boy, he gave me about 5 inches. And about 5 inches is all I needed. And I was out on that motherfucker, boy. And when I ran, I ain't had no shirt on, and I had my pistol in the holster. So I never turned back around when I started running. I just ran in one direction. So he never knew I had the gun on me. But I'm gonna tell you how they shit me back in them days. I got all my shit off me. I got all my stuff off me. Different places I stashed it, right? I still had the holster on me when they locked me up. I sat down in the road and I wait for them to come. I didn't go back home. I sat in the middle of the road and I just wait for him to catch up because he stayed behind me, but he just was far behind me. So I sat down in the road. He came, say, get up or whatever. You been selling dope? He said I was selling dope, but actually he was talking about weed. So when he got to jail, he came back. He said, when he came to bring my warrants, he said, well, I got some good news and some bad news. He said, we found your weed and we found your gun. That's the bad news. How he knew I had a gun on me because when he locked me up, I had a holster still on me. I forgot to toss the holster. I just tossed the gun. And they locked me up with the holster on me. So he said, we found your weed, we found your gun. That's the bad news. The good news is you could claim one or the other. You claim the weed, that ain't nothing. You claim the gun, a gun charge. I was thinking fast. I was like trying to get out of jail thinking fast. I said, oh, that's my weed, and let me sign it. I had the weed or whatever. I told him I jumped the fence, stashed the weed over here, whatever. Man, do you know I got out of jail and I went back to my stash spot, my gun was still there. They never found my gun. He ran a damn trick on me. You know what I'm saying? Just because they knew I had one on me. And I signed off on the weed. Went back, got my damn pistol, and shit, kept going about my business. Say, this son of a motherfucking bitches. All I had to do is think. All I had to do is think real quick, man, and say, what kind of gun did you find? He would have said 9mm or something. I knew he was lying because I had a 38. I didn't think fast enough. I just say, oh, let me take this weed charge. You know what I'm saying? So and it was only 3 bags. It was like 3 bags allowed. But yeah, man, I had a lot of good times at Crossroad, man. Vance said they took that 600 to do Crossroads instead of Sonny Boy. Yeah, man, I want to think it was 600 that beat that damn dog up that I'm talking about, man. I want to think it was 600. Cool Beans say, Vance, Cool Beans say, which one is your favorite out of all of them? Out of every hound you had, which one was your favorite? Now I'm gonna tell you this: when Crossroad was still in the game, I remember him talking about the Sport Dog Journal getting busted, and some new people had took it over. And this was in the maybe '99, maybe 2001, maybe 2000. No later than that though, about 2000 maybe at the most, 2001 at the most, at the very most 2001. But I want to say the late '90s. Say Sport Dog had got busted or they sold it or something to some different guys, something like that. Yes, sir, man. Them was the good old days, though. Vance say champion Luger, Omega Red, 357, and Sonny. Now, if the laws were still the same as they were way back in the days, the Sport Dog Journal, was ideal. I always talk shit about it, but it was ideal because you get your stories, you get your little match reports and stuff like that. But when the laws changed, man, you know, that shit switched everything up. Now, now I'm gonna tell you this. Now we had a dog that Big John went into way back in the days. His name was Troop. He came from Crossroads. If you ever see the Sport Dog Journal that say Big John and the Troop, Crossroads Troop, we had that dog Troop. After Crossroads got beat with him, he gave him to us. We were young bucks then, man, in high school, walking through the projects with Troop. Black dog, big black dog. I ain't even sure what his pedigree was. You know what I'm saying? But I know we were young fellas. That was before damn. I want to say Troop was. We got Troop before. I was about to say before we got Fatty, them little mate sister, but we got them in '96, so I ain't sure exactly. I know it was in the '90s sometime for sure. It wasn't definitely wasn't no 2000s. But that's probably the only one of the only shows that's in the Sport Dog journals. That Dog Troop and Big John off the walk stuff. Maybe had a couple more of them, but they said they didn't really like to be in the journal like that. Or I should say Big John had too much mouth. Hey, that joker was big now. I never seen him go. No, I always hear the stories about him. They say he had a hellfire mouth on him, as far as crushing ability and shit like that. You can hear bones crushing in the chest and shit when they hit him. Now, I never seen Grand Champion Yellow, but I wish I could have seen him. And I'm gonna ask one of them brothers, one of my old school partners that know Yellow and they bred to him. I'm gonna ask him when I talk to him again. Cause them dogs was big as hell. Mayday, Big John, and a lot of them other dogs that came off Grand Champion Yellow was big as a motherfucker. Was Yellow producing dogs bigger than he was? I don't think Yellow was that big, was he? Or was he? Was Yellow a 60-some pound dog or 70-some pound dog? No, that's why I say Vance Boss ain't show up yet, man. I hope Boss ain't mad at me. He might be at work or something, man. Maybe he at work. He probably at work. Now when you talk to Big John stories and you talk to Mayday stories, you do every time they talk to Big John stories, they talk about crush and bite, a crush and bite, a crush and bite. I don't hear them saying that about Mayday, you know, but Mayday a 5-time winner. But I heard this though. I can't remember who told me. They say Mayday was a 4-time winner when the boys brought him down to David Tent. The matching to something, and they never matched the dog. And they say and somehow or another over the next couple of days he became a grand champion. I don't know, you know, the whole story. Yeah, so if Yellow was Cool Bean said Yellow was a 51-52. If Yellow was a 51-52, then he was producing dogs bigger than he was. Now that would have came from being so inbred, and then when you breed them out to something, breeding them out to the bolio, breeding them out to another kind of another kind of dog. Well, Big John was a red boy jocko top and bottom, so he wasn't really bred out. Yeah, now that Yellow 2 dog, that's the dog let me show you the dog I had off the Yellow 2 stuff that I was showing y'all. Off the Southern Styles Yellow 2. That's my Miss Yellow dog. I put a pedigree up here. See, it's coming down off the Southern Styles Yellow 2. BBK's Cooper. Damn, they ain't got a picture of Cooper up there. But that's my dog right there. That bitch used to look The me she took after the Mayday dog, Mayday look. Like I said, that's my backyard when I took this picture. Now, my homeboy had a dog that was off of that Pee Wee dog came from Crossroad that I was telling you about. My homeboy had a dog off that Pee Wee dog that looked just like this in the face, but he ain't had no body fat on him. He was more thin, but that motherfucker head looked just like that. Sambo kicked his ass, probably in about 15 minutes. OTC, it was an OTC. I had one video with Sambo. I had one video with him. Somebody broke in my house and stole the shit though. I guess I had it in the VCR, and I'm guessing they thought I was a surveillance tape or something, cause they stole it out the VCR, and they stole every damn thing in my house, all my clothes. Them motherfuckers was roguish. They were roguish thieves, boy. They was stealing every damn thing. They hit me back to back 2 times. I was staying in the country at that time. The motherfucker broke in my trailer, stole all my shit. I came home, I checked it, and then I stayed gone for a couple more days. I left home and I stayed gone for a couple more days. The motherfucker went right back in my shit and got the rest of the stuff. It was my next door neighbor. I knew who it was. My next door neighbor. I couldn't prove it though, but I know he had damn stole my shit. Now I wish they would. I wish they would have did the Mayday and the Big John dog. That'd have been something to talk about in today's time. And this the thing. You never want to, especially during them days. That was a mistake because just like now we say, oh, Mayday would have won or Big John would have won. Why y'all didn't do that shit? You know, and it wouldn't have been no, oh, who would have won this or who would have won that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them old school dogs, they weren't in the same era. So we can't say, oh, Jeep would have got beat by a Bolio or something. Some of these dogs weren't in the same era. But when it came to Mayday and Big John, that's the same damn era. Same era. Now, they could have went. They could have went. But I did hear the brother say Big John was an old dog when Victor decided he wanted to bring Mayday to Big John home. Cause all before I heard it, this is what I heard now. They wanted to bring Big John to Florida. They wanted to take Big John. You want to take Big John to Florida to put him on Mayday, or Texas or somewhere out there. But they didn't want to take Big John out there. They wanted him to bring Mayday over here. Victor never wanted to bring Mayday over here. They wanted to go out there with Big John. So by the time they come to the conclusion that, oh, let me bring Mayday to South Carolina, Big John was an old damn dog, is what I heard. You know. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. They would have had to have a special box for them 2 big motherfuckers. They would have to have a special box, boy. You gotta have some hellified screws in that motherfucker, cause they were gonna tear that son of a bitch down. Them 2 big motherfuckers going in there, boy, they would have tore that motherfucker up. Now this dog here, I was gonna try to buy this dog from this brother. He don't know it, but when online pairs was first out back in the days, way back in the days, I used to see this dog here. They used to call him it was Cullen. Well, I ain't sure if that's the same one. They used to call him Sonny or Sonny Bull or some shit like that. Cullen Sonny or something. and I was gonna try to buy them just because of what he was off of. I ain't sure if they were selling them or not, but this is way back. This picture was posted in 2021, but this dog here from back in the days. Red Bull, aka Sonny or something like that was his name. Now Big John little mate sister Blondie, she had them stripes like I was telling y'all brothers about. Them kind of like them blonde looking stripes in them. She had them. She was a big bitch too. She was about 60 some pounds. Split Ears is about 60 some pounds when I went on him. He was at least heavy. Split Ears was at least about 59 pounds when I went on him, if not bigger than that. Now that I look back on it, man, Sambo was 56 pounds, condition weight. That was his show weight, 55, 56. Split Ears made that motherfucker look little. Yeah, you right about that, Vance. They had the same sire, so you know, ain't no telling it, how that shit would have changed. Oh, what's the use of doing them? They got the same daddy. This right here, somebody gonna die. One of them would have died. I ain't gonna say which one would have, but somebody was gonna go. Had several dogs off the Cyclone. Had several dogs off him. Now I ain't gonna call his name right now, but I'm gonna say one of my homeboys had a dog off of it was a snooty dog that he had. Name was He-Man, a snooty dog, and went into one of them Big John dogs, off that bloodline. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure if it was directly off Big John or Cyclone or Crazy Eyes. This was off one of them dogs. That son of a bitch was in the corner screaming the whole damn time. Take him to the corner, that joker go to screaming. That snooty dog quit on us. That old snooty dog quit on us. He didn't look like Snooty though. He had a lot of Snooty blood in him, but he was a red nose. He didn't look like the Snooty dogs. He was a red nose. And I told y'all about this dog here. He was a barnstormer, 52 pounds, barnstormer, tall dog, hardcore as Bozak, and the Mickey dog. I told you how he died. He damn got loose while I was at barber school, and him and Nitro, him and the dog Nitro got loose and fought each other. And I want to say, did he get loose or did Nitro get loose? Let me think real quick. I want to say he got loose and went to Nitro house or whatever, and they was fighting. Cause when I got home, he went back. He had went back to his dog house, and Nitro was over there fucked up, and he was over there fucked up, and he didn't make it. Yeah, he didn't make it. If you ain't seen Nitro, that's a picture of Nitro. He was all crazy eyes and Shakur. That's when I had him looking good right there. Now the only reason I got Nitro, only reason I got him, I paid $2,500 for that dog right there. But I had his little mate brother first, and I put him on a treadmill out there trying to show off for my homeboy. My homeboy lived next door to me. And I'm out there running him on a treadmill, and I just let him run and let him run, and he got too hot. I couldn't cool him off. He had a damn heat stroke or something out there. He died. I took him off the treadmill. That motherfucker never stopped panting. He kept panting and panting and panting. I'm getting rubbing the water, trying to cool him off on the back porch, and he ended up dying. And I liked him better than I liked Nitro. He looked it better. He was a little short dog. I paid $2,500 for him too, and he died. And I went and got Nitro within. I probably paid $5,000 within a 3 weeks time. I paid $2,500 and he died, and I went and got him for $2,500. Yep. Crazy Eyes and Shakur. See if they got any pictures of the full siblings. Don't. Well, this Crazy Eyes Jr. Crazy Eyes Jr. is Mellow Yellow and Fletcher great granddaddy. Yep, that's a great granddaddy. This dog here. I never met Mr. Burns, but I did meet Mr. Floyd Puckett and bought several dogs from him. Yes, sir. But when it comes to the old stories, man, you never know how it would have really turned out, or who really telling the truth about who was gonna do this or who was gonna do that. Everybody's gonna make their side seem good, like they weren't the scared ones or whatever. So I don't know. All I know that's true is if they would have matched Big John and damn Mayday, they for sure would have had to have a special box for that motherfucker. Ain't no damn shit put together with some small nails or something. You gotta have some hinges on that motherfucker. Because it was gonna be some biblical shit going down in that box, boy. Mayday and Big John, shit. That shit would have had to get over fast, boy. I couldn't imagine them brothers. I couldn't imagine them brothers. Hell yeah, Archie, UFC steel cage style. I couldn't imagine them brothers slinging them dogs around for no 2 hours, boy. Woo-wee. Somebody would have some hurt backs, boy. Unless they would have never turned and just going straight up head to head, no turning. You ain't got no reason to grab them then. But if they would have turned, boy, look at here. Somebody would have had humpback right now. Just for being bent over that long, slinging that 60, 70 pounds around. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. And then your adrenaline be pumping, so you don't think about it like that. But shit, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. The dog man gotta be just as much shape as the dogs gotta be in. That's another thing, brothers don't realize, boy. You doing that handling, you gotta be in shape. Especially if you get a dog that can go. Them boys talking about 3 hours. This motherfucker going 3 hours. Now imagine if they going 3 hours and the dog turn at 15-minute mark. Dog turn at 15-minute mark, you got to stay bent over the rest of the damn time until the other dog stop, until one dog stop. Because you got to grab them out of hole. You got to make good holes. In order to make good holes, you got to stay bent over the dog. And then you talking about grabbing them dogs. You talk about grabbing them dogs and say you try to make a hole, but they grab back, so you just picking them up and letting the dead weight go. Just picking them up and you ain't really got them. Man, shit, boy. You got to be in shape, boy. Hey, Cool Beans, you could be right, brother. That probably would have been one that would have got stopped a little early. That would have stopped a little early. I'm gonna go with the home team though. I'm gonna go with Big John, but I know in my heart I know it would have been a hell of a damn show. I think Big John was bigger than damn Mayday, man. I could be mistaken, but I think he was bigger than Mayday. Mayday would, from what I hear now, Mayday would have had to bring his damn bulletproof vest that day. But that wouldn't have been no different than somebody trying to, brothers trying to put Luke Kane on Barracuda. You know, half brothers on each other. Uh, uh. Now I'm gonna tell you a dog that they say was badass. That damn what that dog name is? Rodney, Grand Champion Rodney. They say that dog there was badass, boy. I hear a lot of people talking good about that Rodney dog. Hey, Union County say all of them was giants. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Them dogs so big, they probably would have flipped outside the box just when they went against the walls. If your box ain't tall enough, when they get to scrapping on that wall, they probably would have flipped outside that damn wall if they ain't trying to go low. I seen a couple hours street racing. Longest I ever seen was 145. I mean, longest I ever went myself was 145. Yes, sir, man. Choo, choo. It's crazy how Luke ain't had them VHs out there, all them VHSs out there, and he ain't never been on. He ain't never had no social media. You know how you can go on them websites and see the Luke Kane shows, or see them Boogie Boy shows and all that. Luke Kane was never on them websites, but they damn sure had the VHS tapes out there with Luke Kane and them on it. Long as I ever seen myself street racing was 2 hours, like 2 hours and some change. Long as I ever seen somebody else go. Oh, Cool Bean said they said Mayday was Rodney reincarnated. Damn. Yeah, I wish I could have seen Mayday Gold Man or Grand Champion Yellow. They say he wasn't all that impressive, but hell, he won. I wish I could have seen some of them dogs go. Well, like I said, man, one thing Victor did good with Mayday, he bred the hell out of him. You know what I'm saying? He bred the hell out of him, got him bred all different kind of ways. He did that. He definitely did that. I tell you what, I seen Barracuda on that video them boys got posted up, and I wasn't impressed with how he was biting that dog, that black dog. I wasn't impressed on that. I seen a lot of a lot of I call loose biting type shit. Just trying to bully him, weight bully him. I wasn't impressed on that black dog that I seen him on. That video they got floating around now. See, this the thing, man. When it come to Walk and Victor them, Walk in an area where he didn't have to leave his backyard. All the dog men was over here. David Tant, everybody was over here. You didn't have to leave your backyard. That's why I tell brothers, if you in Ohio or you in New Jersey or you in some other place, you gotta travel because you ain't got the dog men that we had down here. Cotton Hams, everybody, Garner, everybody right here. We didn't have to leave the backyard. Going way over there, I'm going to easier competition. Oh, I'm gonna go way over here to California. I'm going way over here to Ohio. I mean, Idaho. It's I'm leaving the competition, going to try to get somebody, and I'm going way over there. You know, everybody didn't have to travel, dog. You don't got to travel when you around all the people that you got in your pedigrees today. You looking at them. A lot of people travel. A lot of people went in this area. You got David Tant here. You got Mr. Burns them here. You got Chavis over here. You got Garner over here. The Cottonhams over here. You didn't have to travel. People was gonna come to them brothers, whether they was people want to bring their dogs, or I'm coming over here to visit so and so. We gonna meet you at this person's house, or we gonna meet you at that person's house. You know what I'm saying? You say you in Mississippi somewhere. You in Mississippi, or you in Maryland somewhere. You in Maryland or something like that. You know, you gotta come to where the Bulldogs at. Tant might have been traveling to go do other stuff, go see shows. You don't hear a whole bunch about Tant taking his dogs no damn this place, that place, this place, that place. Tant was the motherfucker that they came to bring their shit to. They gonna do a match. They gonna come to Tant house. Florida always had Bulldogs down there. And this the thing, man. This the thing. You know, man, Fat Bill ain't had no damn dogs kicking no ass around here. I'm gonna tell you that shit now. When you talking about kicking some ass, he might be had some champions. You know what I'm saying? But shit, Fat Bill wasn't one. He was in this area as well. You know, Fat Bill was in this area. Nah, man, you don't gotta travel, man. Every place got different dog. Every place got different sets of competition. When you say travel, you talking about traveling across the country, or you talking about traveling to Florida, or traveling to Georgia, or traveling to North Carolina? For us, you know, when you want me to travel to damn New Jersey, that traveling shit is a statement y'all take a little too literally. You know, you think because you travel, you going into better Bulldogs. A lot of people travel to go into weaker competition, like I said. You know where the competition at. You want to travel outside of this circle right here. Take them over there. You know, Fat Bill knew where the competition was at. He had to go too far. He knew where he could put them dogs on, but if he want to go over here to damn West Bubble fuck, yeah, because you know them boys over there ain't got the dogs that these motherfuckers got over here. How much traveling Mayday did? I'm asking somebody, how much traveling he did? We know Victor was, you know, he went to David Tant. The brother that, like you said, like Van said, the brother that got the termite dogs was in this area, in the Carolinas. See, if you in Philly, you in New York, New Jersey, y'all they got to travel. It ain't but so many motherfuckers gonna have Bulldogs up in them areas that you talking about. Oh, you want to get a reputation off of? You gotta travel. You in you in Chicago. Brothers got Bulldogs, but you gotta travel because your Bulldog area ain't like our Bulldog area. You see all these motherfuckers getting busted right now in South Carolina since last year? That's just right here in South Carolina. Why would I have to go to damn New York if I wanted a Bulldog against other Bulldoggers right now today? Right now today, with the laws the way they is, why would I even have to go anywhere? These motherfuckers getting busted every week for bulldogging. Top-notch bulldoggers. Just because you don't know them, don't mean they ain't top-notch. They bulldogging. So why would we have to travel? So yeah, 30 years ago, it's gonna be even worse. If we doing it, that's what I'm saying, Chris, if they bulldogging like that now, imagine what they were doing 30 years ago. These motherfuckers bulldogging right now today, they don't stop bulldogging. Still bulldogging 100 miles and running. So imagine what they were doing 30 years ago. You didn't have to go nowhere. It don't matter why they getting busted. See, y'all can't comprehend what I'm saying. It don't matter why they getting busted. It's the fact that when you add up all the people that's getting busted, that's motherfuckers that's bulldogging. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck why they got busted or how they got busted. This motherfuckers that's bulldogging. So if you go back 30 years, go back to the 90s, you thinking if I gave y'all motherfuckers at least 20 something busts over the past 6 months in South Carolina. All right. If you go back 30 years, how many motherfuckers you think is bulldogging over here? Man, everybody got bulldogs. This ain't no area where you got 3 or 4 damn bulldoggers, 4 or 5 bulldoggers. Everybody got fucking bulldogs. That shit is a way of fucking life in the Carolinas, man. You can like it or not like it. It is what it is. That shit a way of fucking life. Yeah, right now, we talking about right now, we talking about 30 years ago. You know? And right now today, you can't go to no every damn state. We talk about all 50 states. You can't go to no all 50 states and find top echelon bulldoggers right now today. You go to some of these states, these motherfuckers rolling blue dogs. You know what I'm saying? 1 or 2 people got game dogs. That's real legitimate bulldogs. And this the thing right here, right? You forgetting this part of the game. So what if the person want to travel to you? You got the clientele, you got to where they want to come to you. It don't matter if you're traveling or not, if your dogs that you're going into is coming from other places. Why does it matter if you go there or not? What you proving by going to somebody else if somebody else coming to you? What you proving by that? Not a damn thing. You going against out-of-town competition. You know what I'm saying? As long as you go against out-of-town competition, that's all that matters. You ain't got to leave. You know? Oh, this dude here came from New York. This dude here came from Chicago. This dude here came from Florida. This dude here came from Mississippi, but they came to your house. So you ain't gonna get the same credit because you didn't go to them. They came to you. You ain't gonna get it. Man, that's a man, listen here, man. Shit, like I said, a lot of people wanted to come to the Carolinas because you had a lot of big bulldoggers here that holding big conventions, big shows. 10 shows in one day. They got farmland. Every weekend they doing shows. So motherfuckers will come in from out of town. So what's the difference? Answer that question for me one time. What's the difference between me going against 5 people that came from out of South Carolina than me leaving South Carolina and putting them on them. What difference does it make? Outside of, I gotta make sure my dog is healthy on the road. That don't take nothing from your bulldog game. You beat out of town folk. You beat out of town folk, whether you're at my house or your house. No, y'all like to say I travel to make your damn resume sound better. That shit don't make your resume sound better. That's just what y'all motherfuckers like to think. I traveled. Mayday travel, or Yellow traveled, or this dog traveled, or this dog beat a bunch of people that travel. And like I said before, a lot of times folk traveling to weak competition. They can tell me whatever they want to tell me, but I know what it is. You know what a damn, like they always talk about them Big John dogs. Certain people always talk shit about them Big John dogs, but they ain't never asked nobody to get none of that smoke with them Big John dogs. You might say they was this and they was that and they was this, but why you ain't jump on them when it come to them Big John dogs? You know? So shit. They was traveling, but they ain't traveled to them Big John dogs. You know where they was at. They ain't traveled to come see them motherfuckers. And them Little John dogs. But a person will talk shit about them years later. But I talk shit because I beat the motherfuckers. To beat the motherfuckers with them. So that's why I talk shit. But the next motherfucker ain't do that. You know what I'm saying? Now they say Yellow wasn't all that. The people that I know that say they seen Yellow go, they say Yellow wasn't all that with his rolls. But he did enough, just enough to get by with them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cool Beans, hey, listen, dog, don't let nobody fool you, big dog. Don't let nobody fool you. Them boys is bigger than a lot of motherfuckers that talk that shit on these YouTube channels today. Don't let nobody fool you, big homie. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody fool you, son. That YouTube shit will make a motherfucker think that bullshit. But they knew them Big John brothers. They knew them brothers that had them Big John dogs, and their killer was more well known than the motherfuckers that talk shit about them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Archie said it was a guy in Indy that had a whole yard full of them. Man, changed his whole yard. Hey, it was what it was. He might be didn't like him, dog. He might be didn't like him. It ain't every dog ain't for everybody. You get people that got Mayday dogs, Jeep dogs, Eli dogs, and they switch their whole yard up. We said it before. Everybody ain't meant for every dog. Everybody ain't the same caliber of dog man as everybody else. You know, you can't put every dog man and say, oh, they gonna turn this dog to a grand champion if they get it. Everybody caliber of dog man. That's what we was talking about the other night. You got keeps, you got bloodlines, and you got dog men. Some people just certified dog men and they can bring the best out of any damn thing. Some people ain't. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't, dog. You can get that motherfucker Jeep Red Boy, the best Jeep Red Boy dogs it is, and he can't bring it out of them. Excuse me. You know, he can't bring it out. And then you could take another dog man and give him some mediocre shit, and he could bring the best out of him. That's why you got your old schoolers that sit around that box, look at the motherfucker lose with a dog, and then say, oh, let me take that dog there. Let me get him. Don't put him down. Let me get him. Because they can see that you don't know what the fuck you doing with that dog. You know what I'm saying? They can see you don't know what you're doing with him, and they see potential in the dog. You just lost with him, but they say, oh, don't let me get him. Let me take him with me. And then motherfuckers get them and they take them and they do a whole lot more than you was doing with them. Because everybody ain't the same caliber, dog. That's why I said the other live that we was on the other night, the dog man matter more than the keep and the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Union County say the best conditioner he ever saw was T-Mac. Boss Man Gold, man, where you at out there, Boss Man Gold? Them boys told me to call for you, Boss Man Gold. Boss Man Gold, man, come on, man. Hey, you know you part of the fam, Boss Man Gold. Come on in here, man. Wherever you at, Boss Man. You gotta come on up in here, big dog. You know what I'm saying? You can't just leave the conversation like that, dog. You gotta come on back up in here, dog. You know what I'm saying? The boys say they want to talk about some champions and stuff. That's it, man. That's it, my brother. Shit. Hey, Vance, I believe he at work somewhere. He probably sleep. Or you know, I don't normally go live on Wednesday night all the time, so he might know I was going live. And the basketball game on the night too as well. So the brother might be watching basketball. Yes, sir, man. Hey, I appreciate all the wisdom and knowledge brothers be spitting down in the chat as well too, man. You know what I'm saying? And nobody wrong, man, because you know, like y'all say about traveling and different things, you know, that's just my opinion about it. You know, if if I'm going against people from Mississippi, I'm going against people from New York, I'm going against brothers from Texas. It don't matter if I went to them or if they came to me. As long as we went against somebody from out of town. I'm gonna tell you what though. I know a Big John Doe that DOA Weird Jack little mate brother. I know a Big John that DOA Weird Jack little mate brother. I know a Cottonham dog that got DOA by a Big John dog. And I'm talking about when the Cottonhams had them. Not a Cottonham dog that somebody else got, but the Cottonham was working the dog. DOE. I want to say it was either that bear dog or it's one of them famous dogs they got. Put them down. Yep. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it in, call it a night, man. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Hey, Chris, man. Chris said his boy was Chavis Yard, man. See, we need somebody like that to give us an interview, Chris. I've been looking for somebody off Chavis Yard for the longest, man. I can't find nobody that could give me no Chavis stories, man. That's one of the brothers I want a story from. Somebody that can talk that Chavis stuff. Somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? If you could link me up one of these good old days, man, it'll be great. I ain't sure if it was Bear Chris or not, but I know it was one of them famous Cottonham dogs. One of them famous Cottonham dogs, but I ain't sure if it was Bear or not. But this was like from when Big John was around. So it was like, you know, one of the original dogs that beat him. And one of the original dogs, I want to say it was either Hitler or one of them dogs that beat them Weird Jack little mate brother. Yes, sir, man. And like I said, I appreciate y'all rocking with me tonight, man, and shooting that stuff to me, and never back down, man. Stand on your word, whatever you feel like, whatever you feel. Don't let me talk shit and persuade your train of thought, man. Like I said, I'm a sponge. I'm taking it in my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stand on what I stand on, but I'm taking it all in. You know. Uh, Yeah, I have to get them, Vance, man. I have to get them sometime. You know what I'm saying? I just got to link up with them somehow or another, and we can get it right. Hey, Street Rossi, boy, Mellow Yellow type of dog. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? When she get close to a dog, you just hear her mouth going. Clack. You put her close to a dog, another dog, her mouth just start clapping, clack, 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 clack. But yes, sir, man. Y'all brothers stay safe out there, man. And don't let nobody trick you out y'all spots. You know what I'm saying? Because like we said, that they got that organized crime going down in Georgia. Don't let nobody trick you out your spots. Don't let nobody talk shit to you, make you do something you wouldn't normally do. Stay safe. Y'all stay legal out there and keep preserving these great dogs, man. That way we can talk about these stories and keep talking about these stories. You know what I'm saying? And like Terrence Gotch say, the greatest dog in the world is the American Pit Bull Terrier, man. And y'all have a great night, my brothers.